All right, folks, we're back for more Blue Collar Leadership. We made it up to chapter 14 out of 30. We're about halfway through it. And again, not reading the book to you, not teaching you necessarily what's in the book, but just talking about the principles, some of the principles, mainly the chapter titles, and just sharing with you about those, my thoughts on that. Chapter 14 is you attract who you are. Those who like you the most are the most like you. And I'll read this opening quote here. The people with whom you habitually associate are called your reference group. And these people determine as much as 95% of your success or failure in life. Who chooses these people that you associate with? You do. Who you are determines who you hang around. The people I used to hang around with before 2008 and even well into 2012, before I quit drinking and quit using profanity, those people, they're still out there, most of them, doing exactly what they used to do. They're still the same exact people. And I'm not telling you they're bad people, but I don't attract those people to my life anymore. I don't talk to those people. Again, I told you before, I don't think I'm better than those people. I think I'm different than those people, meaning I have different values than they have. So who you are is who you attract. I first heard that principle from John Maxwell. He's got a book and he talks about the law of magnetism. Who you are is who you attract. And Jim Rohn, a lot of people have heard his quote and heard him talk about we become the average of the 5 people we hang around the most. Not people you have to be around, you work with, that sort of thing, but it could be people you work with, but you voluntarily hang around with them like at break or after work. But the 5 people you hang around the most, you start to eat like they eat, think like they think, talk like they talk, drink what they drink, say what they say, do what they do. So you get the results they're getting. You know, you don't see like criminals hanging around with attorneys or law enforcement people because they have different values. They attract people who are like them. So as you're learning all this stuff, if you're new to leadership and these kind of principles and you're starting to look in the mirror, which is good, most people also start looking out the window. But you should look out the window in this case. Not look out the window to blame people who are not doing this, but look out the window. The people you hang around the most, your friends, the people in your social world, how are they doing? If you're valuing what I'm talking to you about, how are the people that you associate with the most, how are they doing relative to these type things? Because however they're doing is how you're doing. And you see a lot of people, we talked about courage last time, and a lot of people don't have the courage to walk away from other people that are toxic in their life. And I've walked away from a lot of people, family and friends, and because they're toxic. What that means is they're not supporting me or adding value to me to get me where I want to go. Most of the time they're trying to hold me back, and I ain't interested in being held back. Maybe you are, I'm not. I'm going someplace. And I always tell people I don't want to ride on somebody's coattail. I want to wear the coat. And a lot of people know that a while back, Rhea and I went through the John Maxwell certification and learned a lot from them. But even then, we had our own business, and I didn't go there to ride on John Maxwell's coattail. I went to learn to wear my own coat, and I always tell everybody that certification for me is just another feather in my cap. Most of these books I've read, I got my own copy on my bookshelf, but each book is a feather in my cap. Each video like this that I watch is a feather in my cap. John Maxwell certification does not define Mack's story. Mack's story defined Mack's story. And Rhea and I, if you don't know it, I haven't mentioned it on the other videos, but our website, our brand is Top Story Leadership. So you can visit topstoryleadership.com and learn more about what we do beyond just the blue collar stuff. But think about who you are. And when you leave people behind, it don't mean you're better. It just means you're going in a different direction. Think about this. If you and I are going, let's say you're going to New York. I'm going to LA. We're standing in this room together. I'm going to LA, you're going to New York. We can't ride together because we're going in two different directions. I can love you all the way there and you can love me all the way where I'm going, but we can't ride together. And that's what I'm saying. If you truly want to grow to a different level than where you're at, you're going to have to leave people behind. And some people get defensive and are offended when I say that. They're like, what do you mean I got to leave people behind? I'm telling you right now, for you to be wherever you're at, and I don't even know where you are, but I know if you're living and you're an adult, without a doubt, you've already left people behind to be where you are today. Everybody has. We all do it. What I'm telling you is, you got to keep leaving people behind when you keep climbing up in a higher level of awareness. Not because you're better. It ain't nothing to do with anybody being better than anybody else. It's where are you going? And then you got to change these 5 people. Then you got to leave them behind. Or you may be left behind by someone else who's growing.